Claire Underwood is fierce and powerful. She's one of the few people to be able to make Frank do something he doesn't want to do. We'll look at some of the tactics she uses to persuade and coerce to get her way. I just want to warn you guys, there are spoilers in this video from seasons 1 to 4 of House of Cards. The first is that she never lets anyone take control of her. Whenever someone attempts to establish themselves as the boss in any given situation, she's quick to challenge them. By doing this, she prevents a social hierarchy forming, as once someone is established within a social group as dominant or the leader, it is much harder to shift that social frame. She stands up to bullying and underhanded tactics the first time, therefore heading off future challenges immediately.
You think you can do that, Mrs. Underwood?
Your people are hurting. 6 months at most, they're going to be marching on Red Square. I'm done letting you have your dignity. The truth is, you're a beggar. On your knees, and you will take whatever we shove down your throat.
In a slightly different situation, she sets her own social frame by rejecting Remy's advance. Therefore, she is making the decision not to accept his invitation, rather than him getting the outcome he assumes.
They booked me the bridal suite. Champagne on ice.
My, you've grown very confident since you worked for Francis.
I've always been confident, Claire.
Oh, you never would have invited me upstairs.
You never had the bridal suite. Staff always stayed in the Best Western 4 blocks away.
Enjoy your champagne.
Claire always uses her emotions as a tool. Regardless of how she feels in any given situation, Claire selects emotions to display that benefit her agenda. She uses this emotional control to deceive people. Her public displays are there to get a certain emotional response from her audience. This is a classic Machiavellian tactic. In the book The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli, outlining how to hold political power in 15th century Italy, which is maybe the most controversial book on power ever written, the key behaviours of the prince are: it's better to be cruel than merciful. Princes must avoid making themselves hated and despised. The goodwill of the people is a better defence than any fortress. Princes should undertake great projects to enhance their reputation, and it is better to break promises if keeping them would be against one's interests. I would actually recommend reading this book just from a perspective of being aware of manipulative behaviours. Claire demonstrates all of these behaviours in climbing a social hierarchy and building power.
I'm asking the nation to pray with me that a healthy liver makes its way to Francis soon. Certainly.
She provides information in a similar manner. Facts are irrelevant. She gives out information to meet objectives. It is a constant social play.
Francis Underwood is a good man. He's dedicated and generous, and I have 28 years of proof. And I can honestly say, even if I wasn't married to him, he would definitely have my vote. When I think about Mother, I feel nothing. And I feel the same about Francis. Nothing.
Wait, hold on.
No. Marjorie wouldn't approve. We got sidetracked.
The first instance portrays her as understanding the women in the room, reinforcing solidarity between them, and the second plays to Donald's own emotions. The intimate setting and the implication that she has no emotional attachments and that she is willing to confide and trust in Donald all favour her political progress. In both these contradictory examples, it doesn't matter what the truth is, as it is progressing her own social goals. If you come across this, one of the best defences against this power-playing nature is to identify it and keep it in mind during these interactions, being mindful of a hidden agenda, making you less prone to emotional manipulation. Provided you're in a position to do so, you can also call it out, which immediately shifts the social dynamic, setting you apart as someone who will not be a target for future manipulation. One of her most effective tools is external to her interactions. She alters how other people are perceived. By doing this, she can character assassinate her opponents and once again climb the social hierarchy. By posing a question, it can lead others to make assumptions.
I would like to have him show his birth certificate. And can I be honest with you? I hope he can. Because if he can't, and if he wasn't born in this country, which is a real possibility, I'm not saying it happened, I'm saying it's a real possibility.
We see this character shaping happen in media. We are given an angle, And with only that small piece of information, we form our opinions. Even when the full truth comes out, that initial impression remains with a large part of the public. Because first impressions are so difficult to shake, this can be a devastating manipulative tactic for the victims. So while I don't condone this sort of behaviour, it definitely gives you something to watch out for. Overall, Claire Underwood demonstrates powerful social tactics at the expense of all her personal relationships. She is willing to do anything to win.
I'm done trying to win over people's hearts.
Let's attack their hearts.
We can work with fear.
I hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't seen them, check out some of my other breakdowns. I have a great video on business networking skills and how to handle awkward situations coming up. Subscribe with the little notification bell so you don't miss those. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.